Hey, how are you, my friends? Mr. Green here, and I'm back doing videos again. Had a busy winter. I apologize for not getting out as many videos as I used to, but I have lots of projects to do here in the future. So today I want to do a little bit of a review on a diesel heater. I have this tent shed. It's 40 feet long. I do have this foil stuff on. I will do a video on how I got this shed all together, but this winter, instead of just heating with wood in my shop, I decided to buy one of these 8 kilowatt diesel heaters. So I'm going to do a little run through and how I put a cabinet together and how efficient it works. Okay, so I apologize for the sound of the rain. It's just pouring today, but so here we go. This is the heater. I opted to not run my fresh air outside. I might do that still. To go through the wall, I used an 1.5 inch piece of tubing to run through the wall, and then I run my exhaust, and I will show you that later on in the video. I took this old kitchen cabinet. It came from my kitchen. I redid my whole kitchen, so this was just left over. I screwed the drawers on, and then I ran the two outtakes right there. So from the inside, I just built it up onto a box. Here's my little pump. This thing right here is supposed to be on here to isolate the action of the solenoid in there, because it does make a clicking noise, and I didn't realize that until I had it all hooked up. Now, the fuel line that came with mine did not fit onto the end of the fuel pump. I had to get different fuel line. I don't know why that is. I tried heating it and all of that, could not get it to stretch enough. But that's, that's not a big deal. Now, this 10-liter tank, I find that I can heat for about 24 hours on high if it's really the dead of winter. Now, once it got a little bit warmer, 0 degrees Celsius and above, I was getting up to 4 days on a tank because it wouldn't run all the time. And I do have the LED controller, and this is just a thermostat that controls a fan up on my ceiling that kind of moves the heat around. Now, it's very simple to operate. It also does come with a key fob. Now, I didn't think I would use the key fob that much, but that's pretty much all I use. And so you get a regular key fob like this, and I can now push on the key fob, and you'll see it come on right there. And then it goes through its startup sequence, and you won't hear the pump right away. Now, you have to keep in mind that it has to get the fan up to speed, and then all of a sudden you'll see the little pump icon right beside, and then that's when it will start to pump diesel fuel. And once it ignites, you will hear the ignition on the chamber, I guess you can call it. Now, to go up and down on temperature, you just go up, down here. I can do it on the key fob, and you want to set it to temperature. You push these two buttons together at the bottom, and that just feeds down to a battery bank that's fed by solar. There's 480 amp hours. The batteries are kind of dirty right now. And then I have a charge controller which goes out to a 250 watt solar panel. And I have never even had my batteries go below 12.5. So now I can feel the fan starting to kick up, and it is very efficient. I would highly recommend this for a small building like this. It costs about as much as wood does, to be honest. And it was I think I paid $250 on Amazon. I will put a link in the description to the heater that I bought. And now you can hear the pump is starting to activate here. And that is the noise you hear. And the faster it gets, I don't find it's that loud. When you're working around it, you never hear it, or maybe you just get used to it, like kind of like the tick on a clock. But it is very efficient. Now it hasn't fired up yet. What it'll do, it'll start priming it, make sure it gets fluid in there. Once the glow plugs kick on, then away it goes. And there it goes. It just kicked on. You guys probably won't be able to hear that, but now I can start to hear the rumble from it. And I won't go through all the setup because obviously there's probably 20 videos on how to set all this up. This is just my rendition of how to set this up. I like the idea of having it in a whole cabinet. Now you can buy a cabinet style heater that is all self-contained, but I had this. You could easily mount this up on your wall and don't have to do all of that setup. But it is very simple, and yeah, I think it took me about, I don't know, a half an hour to set all of this up. Now you probably could run this just fine off of one 12-volt battery. The initial startup, is close to 10 amps, but once it gets going, it uses like less than 2 amps or around 2 amps. So it is very efficient. And now you can hear it just kicking up faster and faster, and the blower speed is now kicking up faster and faster. And you'll see that all indicated on your screen. You'll see the fan speed start to increase here. And it's 14.2 degrees Celsius in here right now. In a half an hour, it could have it over 20. And it's around 10 degrees Celsius outside. So it does heat this large shop. When I'll give you a quick view from end to end, it is a massive shop. And it heated this all winter with no issue at all. So now you can hear the fan speed is just really kicked up. Now, I cannot hold my hand at full heat in front of those blowers. It's that hot. So I know a lot of people have questions like, what kind of heat does it put out? It's very hot, like exactly like a furnace. So, and for the little bit of fluid or diesel that you go through, it is definitely worth it. I'm considering maybe putting one in my house and trying to supplement heat with that, just because of how efficient they are. Now I would go with the cabinet style, just to make it a lot easier, I think. But yeah, I'm going to show you the exhaust and the solar panel that I have powering all of this. Okay, so there's the exhaust pipe coming through the wall, and then I have the little muffler on it. And now that it's running, there's nothing coming out, like no smoke whatsoever. So it is a really clean burning furnace. Now there's some steam coming off of there just because of it's raining out, but yeah, so that's how I have it ran through the wall. Here is the 260 watt, I think it's 260 watt solar panel. I think I said 250 before, but I think it's 260. I paid $260 for it, and I have two of them. I have one on top of my trailer too. So this is what keeps those batteries topped up. Okay everyone, thanks for checking out this video. I do appreciate you guys coming to my channel, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're not a subscriber, please remember to hit the subscribe button. I do all sorts of videos, welding to woodworking. I did have an entire series on building my kitchen, and then my SD card crashed and I lost all of that footage, which is really sad because it was really good footage on making custom doors and stuff. But anyways, that happens. That's the name of the game sometimes, I guess. But if you guys have any questions about the heater, feel free to leave it in the description. If I don't know it, maybe one of my subscribers might know the answers. And yeah, and don't forget, in the description there will be a link to this heater on Amazon. So, and if you guys buy through there, then I get a little kickback and it helps the channel. So we'll talk to everybody soon, and have a great day.